Hi everybody, welcome back to the Little Red House. It's been a hot minute since I've made a video. I have cut back on them. Wasn't going to do them anymore, but I think maybe if I do them slowly, it'll help with me not feeling so overwhelmed with everything in life right now, which, you know, we go through those times. That's just life. So my husband and I went Junkin today. We went to New Cumberstown and then up to Dover, Ohio. And something we've noticed that's been popping up around here is for people who have nice old properties. You know, we live in an area where there's a lot of old farms, beautiful old farmhouses, and I mean old. And so they have taken the barns and they go to auctions, collect stuff, whatnot, and they turn their barns into their own little antique stores. And my husband took me to a new one today, and boy, it was fantastic. Prices were just phenomenal. And I don't have, since my house is so small, I don't have a lot of room for bigger pieces of furniture. I'd fill that whole house from top to bottom full of I love furniture, actual furniture stuff. But if I would have had more room, I would have got more. But my little snowman in front of me, who's adorable, I only paid $2 for him. And I did find 16 terracotta pots, and I've already kind of moved them around. They were this size, which is perfect for when I start like my zinnias. So I found 16 of these. And then I got some really neat baskets. There's another one. These old baskets that, you know, if you're in an antique store, you call these egg baskets. They're pricey. I got mine for $3 each, and pretty good deal. So, oh gosh, what else did I find? Oh, I want one of those cabinets that you hang on the wall, and it's got, you know, all those drawers. But I did find one drawer. It was only a couple dollars, and then some old spoons. This one is very unique. Yeah, I like that one. I think those are about 50 cents each. So that's what my finds were today. And I don't think I shared my little gas can that I found. Love that. I know there's a glare in here right now, but. And then I did bring my lemon tree inside. I didn't have any luck with it. It did die, obviously, but I did not get any lemons off of it. Last year I got one tiny one. And I know you can grow them in pots because, I mean, like when Martha Stewart does her gardening shows or whatever, and her greenhouses are absolutely elaborate. None of us would probably have anything like that, but she has one greenhouse that's full of trees that are in pots, like lemon trees and lime trees, and they produce fruit. So I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. If anybody has any suggestions, please feel free to leave it in the comment. I would be happy if anybody could suggest something different than I need to do. This old pot, this was actually my husband's grandmother's planter. And when she passed on, she gave it to my father-in-law, and it was always on their front porch. And now I've had it for several years. And my mother-in-law lives in a facility, and each spring when I fill it with different plants or flowers, I take a picture of it and send it to her because she can't leave the facility. But yeah, it's beautiful. And we actually found another one at an antique store that is like brand new. Whoever had it, it was stored somewhere because it's like brand new, and we only paid $25 for it. And some more of my pots. Penny sent me another one of these sets. I think she said they might be McCoy. There's another one back there, but they're beautiful. Yeah, it's time to say goodbye to it for the winter. This is my parsley, letting it dry. It smells good in here. And some sage, and of course my zinnias. And I think that's, oh, my cat box, this nice old wooden box. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's pretty. I like it. My croquet set in here. Got to be careful in the spring and summer. I find they're not tarantulas, but they're pretty good sized wolf spiders that get in here, and I need to spray it. But anyway, there's lots of pots in here. This planter, when I had my son 34 years ago, my mom had flowers delivered in this planter. And I've kept it. I just did it special to me. And then when each one of my grandsons were born, I put flowers in it and gave it to my daughter-in-law. And I have it back. I almost put it in a Goodwill box, and I just couldn't. It was just too special to me. But anyway, so that's what's going on in the greenhouse. Did find my husband got this for $1. I'm going to use it for potting soil. But just real quick, I've talked often, or maybe not as much as I should have, but my daughter-in-law's parents, great people. And I think I mentioned in one of my last videos how we went there and had lunch with them. And a few weeks ago, he had a massive stroke. And can't tell you how sad we've been. You know, it's just, my husband and I were talking about it this morning on our way out of town, about, you know, we just sat down and had a meal with them, went to visit them, I think a month ago, and I could still hear him laughing, you know, and just talking. And unfortunately, he's not able to do that right now. But if everybody can keep him in your thoughts and prayers, and especially, you know, his wife and his 2 daughters, my daughter-in-law Megan and her sister Susan. They're a very close family. And you know, it's, even as a caregiver, I know marriage is sickness and health, but as a caregiver, and you've watched your loved one go through this, you hurt for them because they're going through this, and it's, you know, it's hard on caregivers as well. So if you could pray for strength for his wife Tina and Megan Susan, I would be so appreciative, because I truly believe prayers are working, because my son, you know, gives me updates and things are going in the right direction. So praying that someday he gets his voice back and you know, full mobility, or the best that they can do, you know, just as long as you can move about, you know. And so that's been kind of sad. It's actually just extremely sad. So everybody, if you can, just keep them in your thoughts. And outside of that, nothing else is going on. Work is still overwhelming. I am following somebody on Pinterest. I'm going to completely transition my back little yard this spring and summer, and nothing but, for lack of better words, polluted with trees, plants, potted plants with little stone walkways through it, and maybe build a little makeshift shelter where we can put some chairs on it or something, and just have our own little oasis. So I'm very excited about that. And we have to have goals. We have to have things to look forward to. That's why we work so hard. It keeps you going. So I look forward to that. But anyway, I hope everybody is having a very nice day. I hope you're all doing well. And as always, I greatly appreciate your time. Thanks so much.